Hello everyone, it's Skill here from the Grim Reapers, and today I'll be going through a short hardware review video for the recently released F16 Deskpit from Simgears. For the purposes of disclosure, Simgears sent me one of their F16 Deskpits for this review. They did not ask for any favourable comments, only that, as always, I give my honest opinions and feedback. So what is an F16 Deskpit? It's an almost one-to-one replica of the front dashboard of the Block 50 F-16C we have in DCS. Other flight sims are available, which you can mount to a desk or flight sim rig, then use as an authentic looking foundation to house your various flight sim peripherals. I'll put some images up on the screen which I have taken from the Simgears store site. I'll point out some of the key features but won't go over everything. You can pause the video and read over the details yourselves, or go directly to the site, which I will put a link for in the description below. The Deskpit is constructed of a mixture of high density PVC and aluminium parts. There are two basic versions of the Deskpit, one which is designed to be mounted to tables, or as in my case, the Next Level Racing Flight Stand Pro, and a second option which can be directly mounted to 80/40 aluminium profiles, such as those used by Monster Tech with their mounting solutions. The Deskpit is designed to be compatible with Simgears' own ICP range of products when using their ICP mounting frame or HUD box, along with their DED and RWR modules. It is also compatible with MFDs from manufacturers like Thrustmaster and CubeSim. The store site lists numerous optional extras to go with the Deskpit, including an adapter so that WinWing's ICP can also be mounted to it. The prices shown are correct as of late July 2025. I'll quickly go through the unboxing. The Deskpit arrived in a single large shipping box. First is the ICP mounting frame or HUD box, which is actually one of the optional extra add-ons. A small box labelled mounting screws. The left side panel and MFD mount. As you can see, it's quite a large section containing the mounting areas for the left MFD and the RWR, as well as PVC covers for the other panels and the left side glare shield. It also houses the left side table mounts at the rear. It is specifically designed to allow you to mount not only MFD frames, such as the ones from Thrustmaster, but you can also mount screens like those from CubeSim. The lower centre pedestal. It has clear perspex lenses in place of the dials, and black PVC parts in place of other panels. Here you can see that one of the perspex lenses had been knocked out during shipping. Come back and talk about that more in a second. The upper centre section HUD mount. the right side panel and MFD mount, again with the mounting areas for the right MFD and this time the DED. It also features black PVC covers in place of dials and panels and the right side glare shield, along with the right side table mounts on the rear. Although the desk pit was well packaged, one of the clear lenses was detached from the lower centre pedestal section during shipping. Although this is not ideal, it was a very easy job to repair. The black PVC frame can be easily removed from the pedestal, and it was simply a case of reattaching the lens with a tiny amount of glue. I will also say at this point that when I contacted Simgears to inform them about the issue, they stated they had already changed their packing and shipping practices to ensure that no further units suffered similar damage. The four main sections of the desk pit fit together very easily and are screwed in place using the provided hardware, which mainly consisted of the different sized thumb screws. Once assembled, the desk pit feels very sturdy and solid. I measured the different sections of the frame and found that the main structural panels were between 10 and 12mm in thickness, and the two large glare shield sections were 5mm thick. This meant that the whole assembled unit feels very strong enough that I can use it to hold on to when getting in and out of my rig. Simgears have released their own instructional video for the assembly, which I'll link in the description below. I was sent the desk mounted variant of the desk pit. This has 4 screw type clamps, 2 on either side of the unit. It's simply a case of loosening off the clamps, sliding the frame onto the edge of your desk and tightening the clamps as required. Once tightened in place, the desk pit is secure and not going anywhere. The screw clamps on the desk pit appear to be able to fit desktop thicknesses of between 10 and 40mm. As I used the Next Level Racing Flight Seat and Flight Stand Pro, I had to mount the desk pit to the deck of the flight stand. The only issue with this is the steel plate of the deck is only 3mm thick, so the screw clamps of the desk pit do not close enough to tighten on such a thin surface. Because of this, I had to use a couple of blocks as shims to give the desk pit something thick enough to clamp onto. Once this was done, it was just as secure as mounting it to the desk. Once I had the desk pit assembled and mounted, I attached the Simgears ICP and a couple of Thrustmaster MFD frames I had lying around. I'll put some video and images up showing the finished item, and I think you can agree that once it was all put together, it looked pretty good. Regardless of how good it looks, its primary purpose is to enhance your flight sim experience. In my opinion, it successfully does this by placing your peripherals in the correct place, which is especially important for us VR users. So not only does it look good, it adds to your immersion. So in conclusion then, the F-16 Deskpit is clearly another passion project from the team at Simgears. It is another very aircraft specific product, like their range of F-16 ICPs, their DED and their RWR. Not only is it designed to mount their own range of products, they have designed it so that you can natively mount products from other manufacturers, even making an adapter so that Winwing's ICP can be mounted to it. They have also made it so that it can be easily adapted to add relevant switches, buttons, dials, gauges, something that I may well end up doing myself. As I said earlier, the Deskpit is solid and once clamped to your desk or rig, it's sturdy enough that I can grab onto it and use it to assist getting my old man body in and out of my cockpit. I really like what they've done with this. They have kept it as accurate to the real F-16 cockpit as possible, while still giving us, the users, the versatility to adapt it to our needs or add more components to it as required. If you primarily fly the F-16 in your sim of choice, or are planning to build an F-16 home cockpit, I would happily and highly recommend considering looking at the F-16 Deskpit from Simgears. Thank you all for taking the time to watch this review, and I'll catch you later.